that was a cute little tease, wasn't it? And that's all we got. That was posted on a YouTube channel. It was not publicly available. It was one of those things where it was private in as much as you can view it if you have the link. But all it is like a 2-minute little snippet of more from that Bloomington 75 soundboard. And yeah, there's some Levy in soundboard quality. Been waiting for that for 38 years. Can't wait. Hopefully it'll all come out. I don't have any contacts other than there's a YouTube channel that it made the rounds. Some of you already have heard it in Japanese, and it's just a 2-minute little snippet of different tracks. And I just isolated the Levy. Isolated. That word. No. I snipped out everything except the Levy. Levy. There you go. Isolated sounds way more technical for me, just going, Levy starts here, snip, and Levy ends here, snip. And yes, there is like a 25th of a second of the next song, but I'm not going that granular for the edit. Ooh, who texted me? Aha. I have next to me the new cheeseburger pizza from Domino's, because I am a gourmand. And Bill Oakley said it was good, so we shall see. Better be good. Alrighty. What do we got tonight? Tonight, unlike the Levy, I just wanted to play you that little tidbit because it's pretty awesome. And who knows when I can't work it organically into this episode because this episode is not even Led Zeppelin. Although it is Jimmy Page and it is the Yardbirds from the Fillmore, 1967, sometime in July. 2 shows were released not long ago by a wonderful collector/taper. One from 68, in May of 68, one of the last Yardbird shows ever, and one from July of 67 at the Fillmore, both of them with Jimmy Page. The 68 show, I wanted to do both of them, but the 68 show, the sound is not as good to my ears, at least what I heard. And I will revisit it, maybe put it out as a bonus episode, maybe put it out as a patron episode. But I wanted to cram more songs from 67 into this because it is badass, and it's incredible to hear Jimmy. Well, you know what? I think I'm a big old liar. No, we'll keep it 67. We'll just cut out that Dazed and Confused from 1968. We'll hear that another time. I promise. I promise. Have I ever let you down? Don't answer that. All right. So what do we got? Let's. Oh yes, this gentleman. These are shows that were unreleased. Although my understanding is that some of the 67 Fillmore show had been released at some point. They're both awesome. They're both revelatory, and they're both really enjoyable. This is the Fillmore West, by the way. Let's see what we have here. It's either July 25th, 26th, or 27th. Apparently, we don't know. Recorded on a Sony reel-to-reel player with 2 mics. The original reel was played to extract the WAV files, thrown into Audacity, which is what I'm using to record the podcast, and then released. It's put on Dime a Dozen. It was also released on Royal Orleans. And here's the set list. You got intro, Train Kept a Rollin', You're a Better Man Than I, Mr. You're a Better Man Than I, Heart Full of Soul, I Wish You Would, My Baby, You Go Your Way, I'll Go Mine, Shape of Things, I'm a Man, and then set 2, Smokestack Lightning, Bye Bye Bird, Happenings 10 Years Time Ago, Glimpses, Ain't Done Wrong, and Over Under Sideways Down. Now, the Yardbirds live were a good band. Now, they were a good band for the mid and early 60s. Obviously, they did not survive that transition into modern rock Like Cream. Cream didn't survive the transition into modern rock, although they were more progressive and closer to it than the Yardbirds. But it's just a matter of they didn't. If they lasted just like 2 more years, they would have put out an album or two with much better sound, with much better production, with a little more creative freedom. But the Yardbirds were more an incubator and a staging area for the greats Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Jimmy Page. This is Jimmy Page solo on this with the Yardbirds. Jeff had already left. I think he left in early '67. I can't remember. So it's just Jimmy, and let's get to it. It's a really good sounding show. It is fun, and I hope you enjoy it. We're going to play Train Kept A-Rollin', which is one you've heard before with Jimmy's next band, The Firm. I mean Led Zeppelin. All right, my friends, let's hop into it. Train Kept A-Rollin'. It's interesting to hear, isn't it? I mean, it could be Led Zeppelin in many ways, and it will be Led Zeppelin very shortly, but it's crazy to hear how Jimmy's ideas are manifesting in '67 and how he started Train Kept A-Rollin' with a little section that would eventually become part of Dazed and Confused. Neat to see the progressions. It's really neat to see the progressions on this. All right, so we've got the show opener, Train Kept A-Rollin'. And we're going to go now with probably the song that you know most from the Yardbirds. he said smoothly. Heart Full of Soul. So let's get to Heart Full of Soul. This is, again, the Yardbirds playing the Fillmore West, either July 25th, 26th, or 27th, 1967. The Summer of Love in San Francisco. Can you imagine how not lonely those boys were? All right, Heart Full of Soul. I will talk to you shortly. Holy shit, those songs are short. That was like a minute and a half. It's like a Ramones concert. We're 13 minutes into the podcast. I've already played 2 songs for you and a teaser for Levy. Fuck! Very well. I think I will have to whip out the big guns. Alright, what do we want to play now? Here is a song. Oh, I think it's... You know what? Fuck it. We're going to play some 1968 show 2. Yes. Why, Mark? Why? Well, because it's noteworthy. It's unreleased. Well, until it was released. Previously unreleased. And it's interesting because you're going to hear a Yardbirds show with Jimmy Page that is only less than 3 months away from being Led Zeppelin. This is May 29th at the Concord Coliseum in Concord, California. 1968, May 29th, 1968. Shit, I almost knocked my fan over. Oh my goodness, look at this. Did I do... Have I been playing 1968 songs? Oh, no, that's right. There is a little bit of ambiguity. Okay. Seems that some of these songs are the same from set to set. That's being worked out by the guy who released the songs. He doesn't know what's up. Obviously, he made some kind of screw up. Not a big deal. Anywho, let's plow ahead. And, well, my friends, I had to stop. Hey, what's that sound? And listen to these tracks because some of the tracks from 1968 and 1967 seem to be identical performances. So I am not sure which one is which. So I'm going to throw caution to the wind. I did read on a thread that the taper or the person who released this screwed something up. And it's easy to do, as I tried to basically delete what I had recorded and go back and using the same program he did, and I just got so tangled up in which track was which that I would either have to delete everything and start over, which is not an option, or move ahead and say, hey there, some of those tracks are from 1968, and some of them might have been from the forum. I'm not from the forum, from the Fillmore in 67. Unclear exactly which is which. That Train Kept A-Rollin' is identical. The Heart Full of Soul seems to be identical. So, I don't know. We're going to go with 1968 because of what I'm going to play for you now for being so good. All right, so now we have to fold in Dazed and Confused. And we have to fold it in from May 29th, 1968, Concord, California. So let's plow ahead. Oh, I got to stop saying that. At work this week, I've been listening to nothing but Bill Burr's podcast, and I already emulate him in style and format a bit, mainly because we're the same age and we're from the same place, so we talk the same, but I realize, having listened to him so much this week, that I'm just straight up ripping the man off, and I apologize. I try and pull it back, which is not a Bill Burr phrase, and we will move forward from this point. Right? Yeah. And listen to Dazed and Confused, which is from May 29th, Concord, California. The Yardbirds, a mere 3 months away from being reborn as Led Zeppelin. Isn't that crazy? All right, friends. Dazed and Confused by the Yardbirds. Actually, it's by Jake Holmes, who had opened for the Yardbirds, I think, the year before. And he wrote Dazed and Confused. I straight up wrote it. Maybe not the lyrics, but the bow, 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 bow. It's his song, which is why he's credited on it now. So, it's okay. Don't hate the player, hate the game. All right, my friends, thank you for bearing with me. I had a real crisis where I'm like, holy shit, what shows are these from? Okay, listen to 1967. Train kept rolling all night long. All right, listen to 1968. Train kept rolling all night long. It's the same song. It's like that Office meme where it's like, they're the same picture. So, whatever errors I am committing, I'll either hear about it relentlessly or whatever. I'll make these shows available. You can download both of them and own them yourself. All right, Dazed and Confused, May 29th, 1968, with the Yardbirds. Enjoy, friends.
Dazed, sometimes it can sound confused, sometimes it just is. Right now, it. Dazed and confused, hanging on by a thread. I'm being abused, I'd be better off dead. Give me a clue as to where I feel like a mouse and you're acting like a cat. Give me a
Boy, oh boy, thank God he got Jonesy, Bonzo, and Robert on board. Because Jimmy's light years ahead of those guys in the Yardbirds. Again, no disrespect to them, but there's a quantum leap that happened in 67, well, 66, 67, 68, that these guys did not partake in. Jimmy did. Jimmy kind of led it, or, at least saw the writing on the wall and said, I have ideas. And the Yardbirds disintegrated very shortly after this show, leaving Jimmy with the name because he's a smart fella, and he rebuilt them in his image, and we got Led Zeppelin out of it. But wasn't it weird hearing Dazed without Bonzo and Jonesy backing him up, and without Robert? Those guys didn't know that there was a little back and forth with Keith Relf and the harmonica interplay. That was kind of cool. But that's a band that's almost dead on the vine. They weren't happy. Keith Relf was not happy. He was drunk most of the time, from what I've read, so I don't know. There are Yardbirds fans out there that are going to be like, I beg to differ. That's fine. That's fine. I'm saying that was obviously proto-Led Zeppelin, and I'm glad it got out of the proto phase and into production, because holy shit, Zeppelin's awesome. All right, my friends, this is a short-ass podcast. Even with Dazed and Confused, we're not at 30 minutes yet. All right, I am going to read 9 pages from the phone book. What's a phone book, Daddy? Oh, my God. All right. My goodness. Again, let me apologize for, in case there were edits and weird things that I didn't catch in this, back when I deleted everything and then that said, oh shit, undo. So if my vocal tracks are weird, if anything's doubled up, or if my biggest fear is that I started talking about something, stopped the track, thought I erased it and went back. So if I... Apologies for any screw-ups and timeline errors on this one. I got thrown when I heard the same songs in the 68 show that I heard in the 67 show. Same performances. So I'm like, oh, shit. Well, good. That bought me a minute. Okay. Let's go and hear... Oh, over, under, sideways, down. This is a good one. Now let's see which one this is allegedly from. That's Think About It. 67. That is track number 16. All right. This is allegedly from the Fillmore show in 67. But as I said, let's see, does it also appear in the 68 show? It doesn't. All right. Well, we're going to listen to Over, Under, Sideways, Down, which is most likely, almost definitely, pretty good chance of being from the Fillmore 1967, July 67. So here we go. The show ender of the second set of the Fillmore show, 1967, Over, Under, Sideways, Down. Listen to the tone that my man Jimmy gets on his guitar. You're going to hear that tone very shortly in another band. See you soon, friends.
very much indeed. Just want to leave the stage now and we'll be back here tomorrow night if you feel like coming some more. Bye.
God, the vocals were way buried in the mix there. All right. Well, sorry about that. But it's crazy to hear Jimmy playing, and you're hearing early Led Zeppelin Jimmy playing there, clear as a bell. Some of the same riffs, some of the same runs. It's for me, it's so weird. It's so weird to see. It's almost like if you look at pictures of if you were to look at pictures of like your partner and see them with someone that they were with before and had a relationship before. Like if you're on your second marriage and you see pictures of your spouse with their first husband or wife. In happy times, it's weird to see because there she is, there he is. But nothing else, everything else is a little off. It's weird to me. That's why it's crazy to hear it. I'm not a huge Yardbirds fan. I don't see myself becoming one. But I could see why people would go see them. And holy mackerel, I wonder if there are any Jimmy and Jeff shows where there were dual lead guitars from back in the day, which I think would have gone back to 1966, if there are any bootlegs or live recordings from that time that are just highlighting those talents. Anybody out there, if you could just, tweet me, Heart of Markness, or on the Facebook group, Heart of Markness, and just let me know if there are great Yardbirds shows, and I mean, they could be made great with great sound quality. That goes a long way. These have good sound quality, but not great. Yeah, let me know if I'm missing out on something. If there is a holy shit Yardbirds concert, I would love to hear it, and I would love to feature it. But for now, my goodness, no, we're not going to wrap it up. I am going to do my spiel, though. But there's going to be one more song, so don't stop yet, you bastards. Trademark cough, first of the night. Alrighty. I am on Twitter at Heart of Markness. As I said, there's a Facebook group, Heart of Markness, which you are welcome to join. I have a website, heartofmarkness.com, where you can find the podcasts and extra stuff, as well as, where applicable, the full shows that I feature, which will be available to download. So both of these Yardbird shows, which seems to be 1.6 Yardbird shows, since there seems to be some overlap, will be available on my website shortly after you're hearing this. Or even now, depending on when you're hearing it. Temporality is relative now because it's not a live broadcast. I could be 10 years dead and you're hearing this. Oh, that's interesting. Hi, honey. Daddy loves you from beyond the grave. Alrighty. I'm going to play for you White Summer from 1968, or alleged to be 1968. Concord Coliseum, Concord, California. May 29th, 2 days before John Bonham's 20th birthday. That's crazy. All right, my friends, White Summer, James Patrick Page. This one you should recognize.
White Summer.
Jimmy Page. It's still so surreal for me to hear that. Before Led Zeppelin, there was Jimmy. I mean, I knew there was, but hearing, a Led Zeppelin track played by Led Zeppelin 8 trillion times, or by Jimmy and Led Zeppelin 8 trillion times. Weird to hear it before, at least for me. Hope you enjoyed it. All right. What more is there to say? Other than, if you like what I do and would like to support it, please go to patreon.com/heartofmarkness and join the happy few. Yes. The titans upon whose shoulders rests this mighty podcast. And I'm going to give a Laurel and Hardy handshake to Avi, Mimo, Bill, David, Mark, Peter, Other David, Tracy, Dan, Yell, Brad, Wayne, and Rob. Thank you, my friends, for actively, tangibly supporting the podcast, paying for the hosting, paying for the website, paying for the supper time, paying for the cloud service where I host my shows that you can get for free. If you want to help support that, you're welcome to do so. Patreon.com. You get a free extra podcast a month just for you, which I still have to do for August. A song you've heard before, friends, but I will get it done. Oh, I'll get it done this weekend. It'll be good, too. Alrighty. Thank you very much for listening. Remember, you can go to heartofmarkness.com. Oh! Well, good thing to add at the very last second of the show. I am also on YouTube now. I've started uploading the shows to YouTube on the Heart of Markness channel. If you want to do that, my demographic is almost exclusively male and middle-aged, which is fine because that's me, middle-aged male. But it is a bit of a sausage fest. So, to you guys, you are welcome to find me on YouTube. Other people are finding me on YouTube already. That's nice. I didn't factor in that a lot of human beings have no idea what podcasts are and how they work and what they're for. But they do know YouTube and watch and listen to YouTube a lot. So I'm on YouTube now. Alrighty, my friends, thank you very much. This weekend, I will do a bonus episode, which will be a live show from somebody other than Led Zeppelin. Most likely, it will be the most recent release in the Mike Millard series, which typically comes out late Saturday morning. But who knows? It'll be something cool, something fun. And then next Thursday, I will be back with something Led Zeppelin or Led Zeppelin related on the Heart of Markness podcast. Thank you for listening. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and bye-bye.